Well, well, look at you, the ones who endured, the warriors who stood firm through every storm. They tried to break you, tried to bury you, but here you are, unshaken, undefeated, and standing taller than ever. They never thought you'd make it. They wanted you shattered, crawling, begging for relief. Oh, how they savored the thought of your downfall. They pulled every string, set every trap, convinced themselves they held the power to destroy you, but in their arrogance they made a fatal mistake. One tiny, yet catastrophic miscalculation. They underestimated you, and now they seethe in the ruins of their own schemes. Their plans lie in ashes, their illusions crushed under the weight of your resilience. They believed you were weak, that you would crumble under pressure. They thought they could rip you apart like a fragile thread, but you didn't bend. You didn't shatter. You took their best shot and kept moving forward. Bloodied? Maybe. But broken? You are their worst nightmare. The unpredictable force they never saw coming. The more they fought to bring you down, the stronger you became. And now, they're losing their minds, pacing in frustration, trying to make sense of the fact that you survived. You can see it, can't you? The bitterness in their eyes, the rage in their clenched jaws. They controlled the pieces, they played the game. But you rewrote the rules. They wanted you enslaved to their will, a puppet to their manipulations. They spun lies, orchestrated betrayals, unleashed the darkest tricks in their arsenal, all to see you crumble. But what they didn't realize is that every attack only fueled your fire. Every betrayal, a lesson. Every wound, a scar turned into armor. They threw everything at you, every deception, every cruelty, every soul-crushing strike, and yet, here you stand, stronger than ever. The climax. They played checkers, you played chess. They were strategizing within their limits, but you were thinking 10 steps ahead. You didn't just survive their storm, you became the storm. You absorbed the pain, let it sharpen your edge, let it forge you into something unstoppable. And now, as their carefully laid plans crumble, as their web of deceit collapses, they are left with nothing but their own downfall staring them in the face. And that is what eats them alive. Because you weren't supposed to win. You weren't supposed to rise from the ashes. You were supposed to stay down. But instead, you took everything they threw at you and used it as fuel. You saw through their games, outplayed their tricks, and now they are the ones drowning in their own chaos. The beauty of it all, they did this to themselves. Every deceitful move, every scheme, every attempt to break you, it only served to expose their own weakness. They sealed their fate the moment they underestimated your strength. The universe never forgets. The karmic wheel never stops turning, and now, piece by piece, they are witnessing the collapse of their own empire. They're still trying, still plotting, still scrambling to regain control. But it's too late. The more they fight, the faster they sink. The more they rage, the more they unravel. They are spiraling, trapped in the very chaos they once tried to drown you in. And you remain unshaken. They will never break you, never own you, never control you, because you are the storm, the reckoning, the force they never accounted for. When the dust settles, when their empire crumbles beneath the weight of its own deception, you will still be here, standing tall, stronger than ever. Let them rage. Let them plot. Let them burn in their own downfall. Because the victory? It's already yours. They just don't know it yet. How beautifully ironic, isn't it? They believed they could strip you of your power, rewrite your story, dictate your fate. They convinced themselves they were the masterminds, the ones pulling the strings. But they never realized You were never theirs to control. They thought you were a pawn. But you are the king. You are the force of nature that turned their plans to dust. You are the nightmare they never prepared for, and as karma comes full circle, crushing them under the weight of their own misdeeds, you will watch. Not with pity, not with remorse, but with the quiet satisfaction of knowing that they played themselves. Let them scheme, let them scramble, let them drown in the storm they created, because you, my friend, have already won. They know it's over. They won't admit it, but you can feel it in the way they move, in the way their voices shake when they speak your name. They used to smirk, they used to mock you. Now they watch you in silence. They grind their teeth, fists clenched, suffocating under the weight of their own downfall. They whisper among themselves, desperate to figure out where they went wrong. They retrace their steps, rewinding every moment, every scheme, every lie. But it doesn't matter. The damage is done. Their plans backfired, their games collapsed, their kingdom is dust. And the most brutal part? You never had to lift a finger. You didn't chase revenge. You didn't stoop to their level. You didn't waste your energy trying to destroy them. No, you did something far worse. You moved forward. You rose above it all. And that is what destroys them the most. Because in their minds, they still believed they held power over you. They thought you needed their validation, their approval, their acceptance. But the moment you walked away, the moment you stopped playing their game, they lost everything. Now they sit in the ruins, staring at the empty throne they built from deception, realizing too late that their power was never real. It was borrowed. It was an illusion. It only existed as long as you entertained their lies. And now they are nothing. They scream at the shadows, curse the heavens, point fingers at fate. But deep down, they know the truth. This was always their destiny. The very pit they dug for you became their own grave. The trap they set for you snapped shut around their own throats. Because the universe never rewards betrayal. It never blesses the wicked. It may let them rise for a while, let them dance in their delusions, let them play their little games. But the fall is inevitable. And oh, how far they have fallen. They watch you now, not as prey, not as a victim, but as something untouchable, something unstoppable, something they can never break. They used to laugh at you. Now they fear you, not because you seek vengeance, not because you fight back, but because you no longer care. And that is the ultimate power. So let them stew in their bitterness. Let them drown in their own regret. Let them shatter under the weight of their own consequences. Because the war was never yours to fight. And yet, you still won. And now they are left with nothing but the echoes of their own failure. The weight of their choices suffocates them, pressing down on their chests like an iron grip they cannot escape. They shuffle through the wreckage of their own deception, trying desperately to piece together what went wrong. But deep down, they already know. They thought they were invincible. They thought they could manipulate, deceive, control. They believed their lies would hold power forever. But the truth has no master. And the truth has finally caught up with them. Look at them now. Haunted, hunted, trapped in the very cage they built for you. They wanted to break you, but all they did was break themselves. They wanted to watch you suffer, but now they're the ones who can't sleep at night, tormented by the nightmares of their own making. They don't smile like they used to. Their laughter is forced. Their words are empty. Because the mask they wore for so long, it's slipping. The facade is crumbling. the world is beginning to see them for what they truly are. Frauds, cowards, nothing but whispers in the wind. And you are the storm that washed away their illusions. They see you rising, stronger than ever, untouched by their poison, unfazed by their schemes. It drives them mad. How are you still standing? How did you survive? How did you turn their destruction into your power? Because they never understood you. They never knew what burned inside you. They never realized that every stone they threw only sharpened your edges, that every betrayal only made you wiser, that every attempt to break you only reforged you into something indestructible. They thought they had the final say. They thought they had written the ending to your story. But here you are, unshaken, unstoppable, and they are the ones left behind, watching as you disappear into the distance, untouchable, unreachable, forever beyond their grasp. Let them whisper. Let them rage. Let them drown in their own regrets, because they lost the moment they bet against you. And you've already won.